How often do you find yourself indulging in something that you absolutely love, but then you reach a point of awareness and say, I think I've had too much of that? Well, if you're new to yoga and you haven't really found that word to align with how you want to continuously better yourself on and off the mat, that word in Sanskrit is called brahmacharya, where you choose to remove or restrain from overindulging into something that you know can be good for you, but even then you go over and beyond in consuming what that is. So for example, that could be binge watching our favorite shows, over consuming, getting caught up in social media posts, whether it's Threads, Instagram, TikTok, Neptune, which I believe is still on the way if you are into social media platforms. You got Facebook, as well as all the other fancy apps that are out there to keep us overstimulated. If you know what I mean, then drop it in the chat, whichever one you find that is most distracting to you. So with that being said, other examples could be eating, being an impulse shopper. That could be alcohol, sex, anything that you can possibly apply. I mean, it could be as something as simple as spending too much time playing on a game before you realize that you haven't even come outside for some fresh air in a couple days. The way we go about nurturing ourselves should automatically be a primary focus in having a balanced life. That's just in general. So how do we apply that in our personal growth journey through the use of a yoga practice? Simply restrain or put limits on what you consume. To be simple, you could have limits on how often you stay on your phone. You can choose to not quickly spend the moment you get a buck and your jeans or your pockets are burning, because you know that you can instantly spend this dollar on something that you want to buy online or in store. You can choose to switch up your eating habits to have more healthier eating habits, and that's just to name a few. So to apply this on the mat, you always want to find balance. So how does a practice, a physical asana practice, can be applied to this mindset? When you know that there are so many other elements into a yoga practice, if you follow along with me on this series, I will be sharing the additional yamas as well as continuing into the niyamas, the observances of how we go about our lives on and off the mat as well. We will discover that there are 8 limbs in a yoga practice. This is a framework, a system, an ancient system for over 5,000 years from the Eastern perspective of an Indian-based practice of including a wellness practice within ourselves. You have the concept of the yama, the niyama, the ethics and the moral restraints, as well as the observances about how we go about in the world and engage with others and how we treat ourselves, including our breath work, pranayama, asana, which is the physical postures. Let's stop there for a moment. In a practice, you include the elements of your breath work, your physical movement to get the stimulation and the energy within the body to come in and also release from the physical body in order to prepare yourself for meditation. This moment allows us to be in a more mindful state, reach a higher state of awareness, which is called enlightenment samadhi. So with that continuous practice, you can include these mindset shifts, the yamas and the niyamas, and incorporate that into your daily practice as a mindfulness technique, a mindfulness framework. This allows us to work on the ebbs and flows of life. This allows us to be more present and embody with what's going on internally and as well as externally. So brahmacharya, which is celibacy, that restraint of the overindulgence, The concept to apply this in your life helps you to keep you from being distracted, keep you from being overstimulated and numb to what's happening internally, and more leaned toward finding joy and peace in your life. If you're curious to know about how to apply an easy mindfulness breathing technique to help you balance your frustrations and overstimulations of life, you can check out this video here, where we will be working on our pranayama to invite the life force to re-engage within the body so that you can bring more vitality to your way of being.